Have you look at it. Maybe I should stop. Sure. I think that's what she's doing. She's getting a bunch of.
Lining them all up, so she's got them ready, because it was kind of weird, because I just
Looks like we're a little
published not that
maybe.
long ago. I mean,
We're quorum short.
paper rolled by.
I know, that's not what.
Are we at 10 or 11?
Every Sunday.
2, 3, 4.
That's
5,
52 Sundays.
6,
Yeah.
I could write one every week, but what?
Oh, she has one.
I wrote a weekly column for the Argus Courier a long time ago.
11. 11, that's it, right? Denny saved us. We're at 11, right? Why do I have to be quiet, Dennis? Or do you have to be quiet?
I'm not. I'm with you, buddy. In good county.
Okay.
Chair, I have one more person I'm promoting up right now as well.
Oh, okay. Well, wait a minute.
I saw that you
Yes, it was
scheduled
lined
a
up.
meeting. I wasn't able to get back to you. I was traveling
Mhm.
and I saw that you'd sent out the invitation.
So I can, everybody else.
Made it.
I know. I totally get it. I
Okay.
totally get it. And I can't make that date. So
Another time.
I need to keep plugging away though.
We should get.
Good,
together
Don?
sometime soon, though.
Just okay.
We got new signs that don't have our affiliation on them.
I know. That way it keeps.
Sean.
Secret door.
Whoa,
Something
secret
in the
entrance.
secret door.
I know. Well, I think we got one more coming in virtually, but we'll go ahead and get started at 4:03 or 4:04, whatever it is. Oh, Brian, thank you guys for coming to the CAC meeting. And thank you guys for checking in remotely. We'll get to the introductions right now. Let's start with Ryan Ling.
I'm Lang representing the 4th District.
Angela Conti representing Transit Paratransit Coordinating Committee.
Tom Banning, 3rd District.
Jeff Blakesley, SOS Roads. Barry Glazer, North Bay Electric Auto Association.
Tim Zonner, 1st District.
Rick Lotman representing the League of Women Voters.
Briggs Lock of Sonoma County Wine Growers.
Eris Weaver, Sonoma County Bicycle Coalition.
Mark Soylan representing District 2.
John Bly represented the Engineering Contractors Association as the chair, and remotely we have Dennis.
Dennis Harder representing Sonoma County Alliance.
Stephanie Elliott representing District 5.
Carol Taylor.
I'm not sure your mic is working quite as well as it could be. It came in a little choppy, but we'll do the best we can with that. So let's go to the back room.
David for the CTCA.
Chris Barney, SCTCA.
Steph Britt, SCTCA.
Brenton Hare, SCTCA.
Chris Cohn, SCTCA.
I know how you love the mic, Don. Where's Ross today? Uh-oh, that's not good. He's never sick. All right, thank you, guys. Do we have public comment on items not on the regular agenda? I don't think anybody from the public is here. Do we have committee comment on anything that's not on the regular agenda? Go ahead.
Can we ask questions?
Yeah.
I just have one. I was reviewing is this the current, the Go Sonoma Act expenditure plan summary? I got it off your website. I just was curious. It's stated as basically 2 categories with 4 programs. Are the categories within the 2 programs tracked separately, or is that one pool of money? So like we'll have smooth and maintain roads and then move traffic and improve safety. Does the money go to the total of those 2 for a project that qualifies, or individually do they have to be tracked?
So Go Sonoma, the apportionment programs will come out of that as well. So Move Traffic and Improve Safety is a competitive program. And then the apportionment programs will also, for Go Sonoma roads, will also come out of that Smooth and Maintained Roads category, but it is tracked separately from the Move Traffic and
It
Improve
is its
Safety.
own, it is in fact its own unit.
That's right.
Okay, thank you.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. Seeing no, yes. Hi, Angela.
Hi, I have a quick question for you guys. I live over there, around, West College and Stony Point, and we've got all the bike lanes in there with the posts, the green post. And, they haven't been around real long and they're already being trashed. I haven't driven over one of them, but it kind of looks like, I guess they go down when you drive over them. You don't like break anything. Well, what's the deal on that? Because it seems like they're not going to last long and we've put all this money into them. What's the future that's going to happen with those?
You want to try and tackle that one? I would think it's a replacement when they become ineffective. The owner of the area that they're installed in has to maintain them or replace them. It's not going to be part of this committee's job to oversee that. That's part of ongoing maintenance and care, right?
That's correct, Mr. Chair. And it's just a reminder, members, this item is for agenda comments by members of the public, not members of the committee on items that are not on the agenda. And if we could refrain from kind of getting off topic and stay these types of questions to the end when we have committee discussion, that would be much appreciated by staff.
They deserve.
Well, look, we'll remember to bring it up then.
All right. Thank you for that. Getting back on track here, we have administrative items, the 3.1 May 18th, 2026 minutes. Has everybody had a chance to read the summary? Any motion to, so we can get into discussion, motion to accept?
So moved.
Moved. Second?
Just a little quicker.
Who is the motion?
Harris.
Harris, are you the second?
Sure, I'll be the second.
And discussion corrections. Rick, you have something?
I was gonna-
Lean on you always for corrections.
No, I didn't find anything to complain about this time.
Not a complaint, a correction. Thank you.
I'm sorry, can
Any-
you repeat who was the second?
I think,
Harris and Mark.
Thank you.
Right. Seeing no corrections noted, we'll call for the question. All those in favor of,
We have to have a roll call.
that's right.
Everything.
Roll call vote to accept the minutes as presented without corrections. Let's start with,
Yeah.
thank
You
you.
ready?
Yeah.
Tim Zaner,
I think I have to abstain because I wasn't there. and didn't watch the video. Watched it.
Mark Soyland,
Yeah.
Tom Banning,
Abstaining due to absence.
Brian Ling,
Yes.
Stephanie Elliott,
Yes.
John Bly,
Yes.
Rick Lutman,
Hi.
Jerry Glazer,
Yes.
Carol Taylor,
Yes.
Dennis Harder,
Abstained if I wasn't there.
Eris Weaver,
Affirmative.
Riggs Loca,
Yes.
Jeff Blakesley,
Abstain from absence.
Angela Conti.
Aye.
Did I miss anybody on from roll call?
I will say, yeah, I, Tom Conlon,
Tom Conlon.
Oh,
Sonoma County Conservation Coalition.
Chair, that's everybody.
he snuck in through the side door.
And my bus was late.
All right, thank you, guys. Do we have the city of Healdsburg here for his
Mr.
staff?
Chair, I have to apologize. There was a miscommunication and the city of Healdsburg is unavailable today, so we will bring them back at another time.
Thank you. Oh, early meeting. Hello.
Extended staff presentations.
Mr. Chair, I would like to remind all of the committee members that are not here today that in order to attend and to be compliant with the Brown Act, everyone has to have their video on and they have to declare if there is anyone there who is over 18 with them.
Stephanie had a visitor.
I do. He's not over 18. I have my children.
I have no one.
Dennis?
No one's here. Just me.
Okay.
Thanks.
You only have to declare if there's someone over 18 with you.
Thank you. All right. We are on to Brenton. Go Sonoma and Measure M financials report. I know.
Yeah.
What are you doing up here so fast?
It is early.
Speak very slowly.
Usually we give you about 1.5 minutes to do your report.
Pepper your questions.
Yes.
Oh, you have it right there in front of you on to the side of me too.
It looks good on our side.
Yeah, don't hurt yourself.
Well, I've got my route. I was just waiting for it to go into presentation.
Yeah, but that one's gonna be there at the same time.
Presentation mode yet, but it's still right there too.
Okay, well, I hope everyone received the updated packet. We did have a little PDFing snafu where one of the documents is duplicated twice in the initial contact, and we should have sent out the updated Go Sonoma and Measure M financials, so you should have those. And so the order of the materials, the Go Sonoma balance sheets, and then cash flow reports, as well as the Measure M balance sheet and Measure M cash flow reports. And we'll move right on to the Go Sonoma financials. So revenues for the month of May, $2,959,000 with year-to-date revenues now of $24,005,665. It's doing well. And expenses were quiet in May, $386,630 with year-to-date expenses now $11,915,839. Read that wrong. $915,839. And Go Sonoma has a cash balance of $14,948,686. Here are the exciting parts. So the Measure M to Go Sonoma loan balance, we did make our first repayment of the loan. So we repaid $975,672. So the loan balance is down to just over $870,000. And so if the loan were repaid today, Go Sonoma's cash balance would be just a smidge over $14 million. And then also Go Sonoma admin, the admin fund is now cash positive after finally repaying the Go Sonoma election cost loan. So those costs have been totally covered. Go Sonoma has a small positive balance of $2,901. And so I'll remove this note from future presentations. The revenues for May were all sales tax revenues for Go Sonoma. And this shows the year-over-year changes. So this is comparing to the taxes received in May, which was still Measure M last year. But as you see, the taxes received in May were 2.3% higher than what we received last year. And our year-to-date earned after the slow start to the year, we're now showing a 1.4% growth over the prior year. And our year-to-date received a little closer, but it's still positive, 0.8% higher than what we got at this point last year. All right, the expenses were slow, largely contributions to other governments. I believe that that was the Fare Free Rides program, as well as a small charge that was the interest portion of the repayment to Measure M and $23,000 in staff time. And now we'll move on to the Measure M tab. Measure M received low revenues as usual, other than when we're going to have large reimbursements. So there were $103,695 in revenues, and the year-to-date revenues are $2,688,000. And moderate expenses, $698,694, with year-to-date expenses just over $18,239,000. And Measure M still has a large cash balance over 64 million. The revenues, as you see here, were largely reimbursements. These are for federal reimbursable programs, Safe Route to School. And then the interest portion, that's the revenue from Go Sonoma for the loan repayment.
Brendan, what's gonna happen to that what was it, $42 million?
64 million.
64 million.
So David and Shauna and the programming team that $64 million will be here accruing interest, and it'll be programmed out and spent over time on programs that were allowed within the buckets of the Measure M program.
I see.
If there's more questions on programming, David should be able to answer them, but that is the end result of the program.
And Mr. Chair, if I may, the question's very timely. So on Friday, staff developed some admin draft recommendations that we presented to the executive director to program the remaining Measure M local streets projects and bicycle and pedestrian projects. So using up the available fund balance on those 2 projects from the SCTCA funding program cycle 2. We are reviewing those internally, and we'll have draft recommendations to send out in mid-July and present to the committee hopefully later in July as well. I should note that the existing funding is restricted to certain projects, and staff recommendations will be following the intent of those original projects. There may be some minor tweaks to expenditure plan amendment language, but we would be intending to program the available Measure M funds to projects that were originally included in the Measure M expenditure plan.
Thank you.
All right. And so we go to Measure M expenses. $582,000 of the expenses were contributions to other governments. That's the largest portion, as well as small charges for staff time and consulting services equaling about $100,000. And that concludes the financial presentation. It was a quiet month, and we'll probably see a few more.
Back to that last screen. What are the contributions to other governments again?
Contributions to other governments are when we send money to other governments for programs. So an example might be if money is sent to Caltrans for a project, or is sent to City of Santa Rosa for something like that, versus consulting services, which are generally sent to vendors.
Yeah, Jerry.
Questions. One question was, the income for Go Sonoma, there's no interest income?
The interest income is received quarterly. This interest income that we had for Measure M is because of it's a special interest from the loan repayment.
I was Go Sonoma, I was asking, is there's a balance, so you reported quarterly?
Yeah.
And then when we see the growth is 2.3% year over year, what's inflation? Do you know?
I don't know for sure.
Last year, San Francisco metropolitan area, 3.8%.
Okay.
Yeah.
From the
So-
previous year.
We're not getting as much as.
Not quite. I believe the amount that we went with the CPI for the Bay Area that we look at for the prior year was 3% or 3.1% for the region that's applicable. But yeah. Okay.
Build stuff quicker.
Yeah. Any other questions?
No, thank you.
All right. Thank you all.
Okay.
Boy, is that your fastest meeting ever, Josh?
This is, yeah, I know.
Great leadership, Joe.
Right. Shauna, you got 3 minutes. You're done at 4:25.
Good afternoon, committee members. So the item before you is the proposed presentation schedule for the Citizens Advisory Committee to receive information on all of the measure projects that that you all have oversight on. And so we presented this proposed schedule to the TAC earlier, the Technical Advisory Committee, last week, and I didn't get any comments, and I told everybody to put it on their calendar. So hopefully we won't have any snafus next year. However, so this is proposed. It is brought to you today so that we know if you have any questions or have any input on this presentation schedule. There's something that you don't see here that is covered by the measure and your purview that you would like to see. Be happy to take that into consideration.
Jerry.
With Sonoma, so we're not gonna see SMART anymore?
No, not unless they receive Go Sonoma funding, and I believe they are excluded from Go Sonoma, so I would not expect to see SMART anymore.
The reason I asked that question is they're so key to the transportation in the area as a factor.
I believe SMART, correct me if I'm wrong, will be included in the transit operators.
Yes, and SMART does have some ongoing Measure M projects, so we will include them as part of the Measure M presentation.
And and the transit operators are scheduled to come present to you in September as a group.
There were two other things that,
Jerry, could you speak closer to the mic so I can hear you?
and there's two other things that I'd be interested in, and one I talked about earlier, in particular, is we're electrifying the vehicles. What does it look like from a cost benefit point of view with us electrifying the vehicles? Have we been tracking that?
We don't have anything in the measure for that. So this presentation schedule is for projects that are programmed with Measure M competitive funding.
Okay, but when we're doing the electrification of the bus districts and,
We are.
and are we providing any funds for that?
They are, well, yes, the transit operators did, and they will be presenting in September. So
Okay, so my
that
question will be answered, so we can find out how that's working out. And the other thing is, again, this isn't so much about the funds as to how the funds are spent, and funds that are spent based on the landscape we have. So the transportation landscape we have, and mascots also is something that I'd like to hear more about and how that's working out.
Okay, I believe Mascots has, that Dana has in the past provided a separate Mascots presentation, and I'm sure we can ask her we can agendize that again if we need updates on the program. I know if there have been developments since the last time.
I know this is just the project list, and the question is, are we only going to hear about things that are projects?
On the project list, yes, that is how that works.
And Mr. Chair, if I may, we can provide presentations on other topics as our time and agendas allows throughout the year. But this presentation schedule is really just focused on the actual projects that are receiving funding. But we're happy to include other topics as the committee requests.
Thank you.
Other items can be agendized. I apologize if that was not clear.
Thank you. So to David's comment earlier about the draft proposal that's being internally reviewed right now, are those projects, do they fall within the scope of this existing presentation list, or are we expected to modify it as a result of those discussions?
There will be additional projects added to the schedule in the future, probably not this coming fiscal year, but instead of going to fiscal year such as 27, 28. And hopefully as projects are completed, they can pull some of them off the schedule so we don't have too many projects being presented on during a year.
Very good. And I imagine staff is receptive to committee comments in advance of these presentations. For example, I just took the bus. I've been paying attention to, I looked over my last 4 years worth of bus schedules for the Sonoma Valley line and trying to get a sense of, we doubled the amount of local funding of local transit, trying to understand the benefit to riders in terms of additional service capacity delivered. And I'm also seeking information on the, the proper ridership metrics that we as a committee should be following, maybe in our annual reports, maybe in these performance updates from the recipients. So those are things that I'm thinking about. There may be others for the other projects, but I imagine staff is receptive to receiving that input upstream of these presentations and not trying to do it all in the moment.
Absolutely. And I'm sure as you are all aware, the landscape of transit funding is dire. So while we have doubled the measure money that goes to transit, it is still a negative sum game. So they are still struggling to maintain service. And I'm sure we would like to provide questions ahead of time so that the transit operators are prepared to answer those questions. Absolutely.
Because we understand the funding constraints are amazing right now. The other thing that just, in my experience, I was just down in Santa Cruz County and they have a similar distance from the inner Bay Area core, and they have a similar rails to trails proposal, a train proposal from Watsonville, maybe even as far as Davenport, north of Santa Cruz. And the politics of that discussion seems to be very different from the politics we have up in Sonoma County. And I'm trying to understand, are there inherent differences between the two transportation markets and their needs, or is that more ideological and sociological?
And political and practical. I think the ownership of the rails and the lines themselves are very different.
Right.
So
And of course, now that we're entering into the general plan update, transportation is a key element of, the functioning of the economic development of Sonoma County over the future. So we want to be sure that we're making sense of our investments. So thank you for that.
I just want to add to Tom's comment. Dana tuned me into the numbers that we report nationally, and I pull up that database from time to time. Those are very, very interesting as to what it costs per ride, what it costs per trip, how many miles we cover, et cetera. And since we're spending money on a lot of these things, it would really be nice to have those numbers in front of us as part of the presentation. So we see whether we're making progress, we're slipping backwards, where is the money best spent, and those kinds of things. And that's the way I keep looking at it.
I would be happy to take your questions and present them to the operators ahead of time so that they're prepared to answer those questions.
Sean, are we seeing a reduction of projects being submitted by?
No.
Okay. The reason I thought that might be logical that we'd see a reduction is because of the tightness of the budgets and so forth, and the requirement that they have matching funds. I'm encouraged and I'm pleased that we're not seeing the reduction of projects being
I can tell
submitted.
you right now that for the SCTCA funding program, we received 72 applications for an ask of almost $800 million.
Wow.
We don't have $800 million.
If you can, just frame that in like, what's the average that we've been seeing?
But the average ask,
Yeah.
it runs the gamut because the size.
Some years it's way up there. Some
Size
years
of the jurisdictions are different. What they need to move is different. Their priorities are different. So I think that it can be very broad. And we are happy to talk about this next month. We will be bringing you an informational item. I don't want to stray too far off topic. I just kind of wanted to address that question.
Yeah. Thank you. Hello, David.
All right, coming back from Sacramento.
That's all right. Thank you, Shauna.
You're welcome.
Well, David, you're just in time for announcements. You got anything to announce?
The causeway in Sacramento is in West Sacramento is actually done, but then you get hit in Davis now. So
I just went over Highway 37 causeway today. That's lovely. Getting better all the time. Because we had snafu with the city of Healdsburg staff.
we got lots of time?
We are at the end of the program.
Okay.
No, we have a whole hour.
So any announcements anybody would like to make? Eris, thank you for bailing us out here.
Of course, I always have announcements. So Bike Month came to a wonderful end with our Pedal Fest, Big Bike Festival. We had somewhere between 200 and 300 people show up. I'm not very good at estimating crowds, so that's our best. We had trick bikes, we had free repairs, we had Chloe the cow, who was walking around in a bike helmet that I made for her, and had a great time. A couple events we have coming up in July. Our monthly bike happy hour is July 10th at Crooked Goat in Petaluma. And then on the 15th, in our office just down the street here, we're having a workshop on basic roadside bike repair. So if you don't know how to change your own flat tire or adjust your brakes or any of that stuff, you should come learn.
Cool. Tim.
Yeah, I got two things. One, the city of Santa Rosa has a survey out about the Greenway Connecting Project. So if you haven't had a chance to weigh in on that, it's pretty neat. So kind of look at that. You can probably find it somewhere out there. And then at the same time, for Tom, Sonoma County Transit has a survey out about riding the bus. I've taken it, and then I don't know if do they have collectors on the bus encouraging people? Okay, good. So yeah, for actual people who ride the bus, they should survey them too. Okay, well, it just must be idiots on the internet then, like me. But I would encourage people to take those surveys if they get a chance. Thanks.
I want to tag on to that is the Greenway is also doing a bike tour of the potential routes for that they're asking for input about. And I can't remember the day, but you can check their website and see, so you can actually get a guided tour of the different possibilities that they're putting out there.
I didn't get a chance to read that Prince Greenville. If they build it the way they want to build it, do we have a lack of pathways and so forth that would connect it to other pathways? Is that going to generate some additional needs that we might see on projects upcoming?
I can't speak to that, but the survey did have 3 options of what to look at.
Okay.
One was like Sonoma Ave, one was cutting through a park, and a couple others. But it does look like it will induce some other projects that will be needed.
Cool.
And that might be from Go Sonoma or not, but it is kind of neat to look at some of the different options, and I think it'll be very valuable.
Well, it's been a long time coming. Yeah, Tom.
The bike ride is on July 11th. That was mentioned at 10 a.m. Meet at Prince Greenway Park. And there's also a design kind of review meeting. I'm not sure, at the end of July, a planning workshop rather. It's also on the website. It's July 29th.
Thank you.
Rick? As you may have heard, SMART has a new problem, too many riders. And in part, it's because per mascots, they've increased the number of trains. They were running 40 trains per day on work days. It's now up to 48. And on weekends, it's going from 16 to 24. So literally, they're running out of trains. And many of them are so crowded, they really should put a third car on. But the only type of car they have is the kind with a cab on one end. That's called an A unit. They could have bought B units, which fit in between the ones with cabs, but they didn't. So when they add a car, it's just coupled onto a 2-car train, and there's no connection internally between the parts of the train. This causes a staffing problem because they have to have a staff member in the single car. They have to have a conductor in there.
That's required.
Yes. I don't know by whom, whether it's an internal rule or federal or state or something. I don't know.
So is SMART at capacity right now, as defined by number of cars available or number of staffing required?
I think staffing is fairly flexible, but the train situation is getting kind of critical.
It sounds kind of pricey to increase the number of trains.
Trains can break down, and then they have to be fixed. And while they're being fixed, now there's a shortage of cars. You may also know this. This particular type of train is owned by only one other place in the world, I think, and that's in Toronto. There is a possibility that Toronto is going to scrap their system and get a new one, in which case SMART could very well buy them. But it doesn't sound like they can get new cars because I think they were just made once. by the manufacturer, and that's it.
Rick,
So-
is the capacity crunch mostly in Marin or Sonoma County? Is it because of the new changes?
I think it's throughout the system, as far as I know. Mhm.
When those cars were made, Smart had an order and the Canadians added theirs on and they got equal amounts. Each of them got 18. So it is a question. At one time, Canada was moving forward because Toronto, I mean, most of Toronto's area is electric and they were going to unify, you know, and have all electric in all those places because what they have is these diesel DMUs that we have here. So one would hope when it happens, we could double the size, you know, we could get the other half of what was manufactured, but I have no idea who, one would hope Smart's talking to. It's the run from downtown Toronto to the Pearson Airport that uses those cars.
Is the company simply not making that model anymore, or are they gone?
I think they're not making it anymore, from what I understand.
They were all assembled in outside of Chicago, especially because Smart made the order.
I remember seeing a photo of the Union Pacific towing some Smart trains across the Great Plains from their factory in Chicago.
So they can't get B cars either.
I think the B cars were never made. Nobody ordered them.
And by the way, this problem is going to get worse when the Healdsburg station opens because there'll be more people and more trains and so on. So sometimes you get too much of a good thing, I guess. Oh, and one other thing I wanted to mention, you all know, I'm sure, that the voters in both Sonoma and Marin County approved the tax extension by surprisingly large margins. And it kept going up as more ballots came in. The final total was over 73% yes in Sonoma County and 74% in Marin, which, by the way, is a bit of a surprise because Marin has always supported Smart less enthusiastically than Sonoma County. And there's a lot of people in San Rafael that Smart pisses off because they block streets when the train's coming into a station. And the irony is that the legislature made it possible for this tax extension to be approved with a mere majority instead of the 2/3 required in the past.
Yeah.
And now they exceeded 2/3 by quite a bit, really. Let's see, 6 or 7%.
I was going to make a comment, which was a funny one, because I took my car in for service and, you know, driving an AV. This is the first time I've taken a car in for service since 1998. But I took my car in for service and the service guy started talking to me about Smart. And he said, I can't believe people voted to fund something that's not even used. And I said, have you ever been on Smart? It's standing room only.
Excellent.
Well, people who are opposed to Smart will often complain about the trains riding by with empty seats, which is probably not even true anymore. It might have been at one time. But nobody seems to worry about all the empty seats on in cars on one. I mean, if you have even one other person in the car, you can ride in the HOV lane. And there's so many people that don't do that, and they're stuck in this slow traffic. So there's a lot of empty seats. Let's get out there and look.
All right. Anything else? We're adjourned. World record. Didn't do it.